I want to take one last look at this story in Revelation 3, the church of the Laodiceans, and ask, is it possible you and I are Laodiceans? You see, the devil is so good at what he does, subtle and deceptive. His design upon us is just get our eyes off God, to put them on self. He knows in our sinful nature we demand self-attention. We love it when we are in control, when we put our trust in our ability, in our talent, in our intellect. Self-sufficiency, just like the Laodiceans. I need nothing. I'm fine. I'm not wretched or pitiable or poor, blind or naked. I'm not lukewarm, or I'm hot or cold, but not lukewarm. I don't need counsel. I don't need advice. I'm doing just fine. Rather than understanding that that is the mark of the devil's kingdom, he always exalts self. That's his story, and that's what he does with us. This is why I would say to you that the beauty behind this passage is that Jesus is coming to get our eyes off self and onto him. It starts by saying in 3:14 that he is the Amen, the faithful and true witness, the beginning or the ruler of God's creation. He is the one who is going to model not self-exaltation, but humility. He did not regard equality with God a thing to be grasped, Philippians 2, but he made himself of no reputation. He humbled himself by becoming obedient to the point of death. He came not to be served, but to serve, Mark 10:45. He calls us the same. Remember the proverb, God opposes the proud. He gives grace to the humble. And that's the beauty behind New Testament. When we become Christians, when we belong to Jesus, the Spirit of God comes upon us. He clothes us with humility. Colossians 3:12 tells us that. And you and I have the ability in Jesus to be able to say no to the devil, to the flesh wanting to be exalted, self-exalted, but rather our eyes upon Jesus. And when we do, he gives us the strength to be, Romans 8:37, more than conquerors through him who loved us. And that's why I end with this promise. Jesus said, the one who conquers, I will grant him to sit with me on my throne, as I also conquered and sat down with my Father on his throne. One day we will be raised up. One day we will have the blessing to know him and love him and to be with him. But for now, we humble ourselves. He alone is exalted. His name be praised.